If you have been looking into neighborhoods in St. Louis, then you have definitely heard about Webster Groves. My name is Johanna Dueren. I'm a broker with Circa Properties here in beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. And although I am typically not a fan of the silly realtor in a car type videos, today we are going to be touring Webster Groves and learning a little bit more about the neighborhood. Webster Groves is located right smack in the middle of St. Louis and super close to a lot of the major highways. In fact, Highway 44 runs right through the middle of Webster, as you can see here on the map. So it's really easy to get wherever you want to go. It makes Webster one of the most desirable neighborhoods in St. Louis, just being so centrally located. Also, the houses are super charming in Webster, as you can see. It's an older neighborhood. A lot of the houses are 100 plus years old. Lots of big trees, lots of mature landscaping. There is a beautiful old Webster downtown area with lots of shopping and restaurants. And Webster has really good schools. So all of those things make Webster a pretty desirable neighborhood for a lot of people that are living in St. Louis or looking to move to St. Louis. It's kind of like, imagine Mayberry or something out of a Norman Rockwell painting. It's very charming. Keep in mind, though, that with some of these older houses come a lot of the older house baggage. A lot of this stuff is going to have knob and tube wiring. A lot of it is going to have older basements that can't necessarily be finished. A lot of them have older floor plans that don't really have a true master suite or a master bedroom. They're going to be smaller bedrooms and smaller closets. So just something to keep in mind. As far as the housing market in Webster goes, it's pretty competitive. Typically, when something great comes on the market, it's usually gone in the first day with multiple offers. The average price right now is $338,000. The range is between $125,000 and $1.7 million. But typically, if you're looking at something with 4+ bedrooms and enough bathrooms to keep everybody happy, you are going to be in the ballpark of $400,000 up to $600,000. So keep that in mind. As far as the schools, we talked about the schools being good. There are 4 elementary schools. There's actually 5 elementary schools if you count the one in Rock Hill. Clark, Edgar, Avery, Bristol, and Hudson. And in 6th grade, they send everybody to the 6th grade Computer Education Center. There's a middle school and a high school, and everybody goes to the same middle school, high school. The area just north of Webster called Kirkwood, there is a rivalry with Kirkwood that every year ends in a football game on Thanksgiving Day called the Turkey Day game. So like I said, it's Mayberry pretty much. Lots of fun restaurants in this little area of Old Webster, Olive and Oak, Frisco, Cyrano's, Sushi Station. I'm going to put a link to a bunch of those restaurants down below. And Webster has a ton of events every year. There's lots of fun things to do in Webster. Like I said, there is the Turkey Day game between Webster Groves High School and Kirkwood. Webster is also known big time for its 4th of July festivities. There's a huge parade that goes through Webster, and then there's a big fireworks display that's set off from the middle school every year. So if you are one of the people that's lucky enough to live that close to the middle school, then you are probably going to be expected to have a party. Webster has a big arts fair in June, and there's always live music going on at the gazebo, the music series at the gazebo too. So keep that in mind. Like I said, the housing market is competitive. Lots of people want to be in Webster. Currently, in April of 2020, there are about 57 houses on the market, ranging between $125,000 to $1.1 million. It's really a lovely part of town. People really like being here. Centrally located, easy to get to, all kinds of great restaurants. It's a very neighborhoody neighborhood. Lots of people are friends with their neighbors, get to know their neighbors well. So hopefully that is helpful. Lots of fun things to know about Webster Groves. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out.